Welcome to another episode of the UCLA Bruins Insider Podcast. As always, I'm your host, Connor Moreno, lead writer for UCLA Bruins on SI, and today it's all about baseball. The UCLA Bruins baseball team advanced to Omaha to play in the College Baseball World Series for the first time since 2013. They played a best-of-3 series against the UTSA Roadrunners in the Los Angeles Super Regional and beat them in both games. It was it wasn't high scoring, but it was a pretty dominant fashion. So yeah, the coach John Savage and his Bruins are making it back to Omaha for the first time since 2013, just 12 years ago. And coincidentally, last time they made it back in 2013 was when they won the entire World Series. So it's a great time to be, a baseball player for UCLA for the Bruins because you're part of a historic team. This is UCLA's sixth time in program history making it to the College World Series. So, yeah, big deal out of them. Anyways, let's go through the game real quick. UCLA beat UTSA 7-0 in Sunday's game, which was game 2. The Bruins shut them out. It was a dominant performance from the entire bullpen and the starter. Started with sophomore Landon Stump. He pitched for 4 innings, only allowed 4 hits, walked 1, struck out 5. It was a pretty dominant performance from him. And then, as always, man, the bullpen has been just dominant. This entire postseason run, the bullpen has just been dominant. And in fact, the Bruins shut the Roadrunners out today. I mean, if you date back to the first game, which the Bruins won, 5-2. The Roadrunners only scored in the first 2 innings, which means the last 16 innings, UCLA and their bullpen and even their starting pitcher has shut them out in the last 16 innings. So it was a truly dominant performance. Coming in, you were thinking, UTSA, they upset Texas. They didn't only just beat them twice in the Austin Regional, they beat them once in the regular season. So, coming in, Coach John Savage after the game even said that there might have been some doubters in this team and in the bullpen, in the rotation, and that they kind of silenced them. So, yeah, you think, the Roadrunners are coming in, UCLA shouldn't take them lightly. They come out, they beat the second-ranked Texas Longhorns. So, and UCLA just put that all to bed, honestly. They did. Came out pretty convincing fashion and won. And now they advance to Omaha, which is it's going to be a very tough, I would say. Maybe the best opponent that they could possibly play is Arkansas, who advanced. They beat Tennessee, but in the first round of even if you don't know, the Omaha World Series starts with there's 8 teams, and all 8 teams play in 4 teams and 4 teams play in a double elimination bracket, just like the first regional round. So the opponent that the Bruins are going to play is going to be decided Monday night when Duke and Murray State play their third game. Duke won the first game, and then Murray State dominated the second game. So Monday night we'll see who UCLA's round 1 opponent is. And then the other 2 teams that advanced are LSU, and I'm blanking on the last one. So many teams are playing, but yeah. Anyways, Coach John Savage, he just talked a little bit after the game. Yeah, he had a pretty good quote about, how the Bruins did this game and what they're looking forward to next game. He said, again, I think it was a team effort, a lot of guys being on the same page. That's what we've been throughout the season. We've taken some lumps along the way, but for the most part, they've stayed together through thick and thin. To their credit, they believed in one another. We had outstanding pitching this weekend, which was true. We had a bunch of naysayers questioning our pitching, and you can't question that now, which is what I was referencing, especially, this UTSA team coming in, Cinderella story, whatnot. So, yeah, he says you can't question the pitching now. At the end of the day, we had a lot of really good at-bats. Our defense was championship level, clearly. on to the next tournament. I think this team doesn't feel like this is the end of the journey. It wasn't our goal just to get to Omaha. We've talked a lot about going and playing well, taking our game to whoever we play. I'm really excited for the guys, excited for the alumni, the fans. I'm excited for everyone involved. At the end of the day, it's an appreciation on my half towards a lot of people. So yeah, I mean, he addressed everything. He addressed UCLA. I mean, obviously they were favored. They were ranked 15th, but like UTSA is coming in on the Cinderella story, and people are kind of questioning the pitching rotation, and they just shut all that down. So I mean, maybe they'll be going in again to Omaha with a lot of doubters. Maybe not. We'll go ahead and see. But yeah, it's they're going to find out their opponent Monday night between Duke and Murray State, and then we'll see. Let's move on to football real quick. Football had a tremendous weekend in terms of scouting. Obviously, yesterday we talked about them landing 4-star offensive lineman Micah Smith. Today they were able to flip the commitment of 3-star defensive back Justin, blanking on his name, but yeah, they were able to flip the commitment of a 3-star defensive back from Cucamonga. He was actually there at UCLA playing a 7-on-7 tournament, and he finally got an offer from UCLA, and he dropped that North Carolina commitment immediately and flipped towards UCLA. So just another great weekend. They had a 2027 commit. Deshaun Foster and them are just, I mean, they're shooting for the fence. And it all started when Nico Amalava came, and they've just been riding that momentum all off season. And we could talk a little bit about the NCAA settlement. I was planning on maybe doing a pod just discussing that topic as a whole. But yeah, I mean, UCLA is able to pay athletes directly. And their athletics director said that they're going to use the full amount, which is like $20.5 million, to disperse among all of these student athletes, not just football, not just basketball, but, football and men's basketball are going to get a brunt of that revenue just because they drive in the most money. It makes perfect sense. It's, totally common sense. So yeah, and the athletic director, Martin Harmon, said, we're all in, and, we're going to reward these student athletes because they're a big part of not only the success of the athletic programs, but of, they drive in a lot of revenue for the university as a whole. So yeah, that settlement is a huge deal. Their chancellor, Julio Frank, is also very focused on the success of athletics and paying their student athletes, so they're both aligned. This gives people like Deshaun Foster, head football coach, gives them a lot more confidence to go out and get whatever prospects, whatever recruits, whatever transfers by any means. So when you have alignment like that on all levels, it makes perfect sense for, building the foundation of a successful program. So that bodes really well for football. And yeah, that's all we had today. So thank you again for watching the UCLA Bruins Insider Podcast. As always, I'm your host, Connor Moreno, lead writer for UCLA Bruins on SI. Thank you for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.